Hey, good evening. My name is Andrea Davis, and we're going to be looking tonight at Hazel Green High School new teacher induction and mentoring proposal. We're going to be going through this. Now, with me to do this, I have included some members of the faculty and staff. We have Mrs. Emily Brady. She's one of our assistant principals. I have Dr. Derek Jackson. He's one of our assistant principals. And I have the future doctorate Erica Moeller with us as well. She's going to be joining us. She's an assistant principal as well. And I am an assistant principal with Hazel Green High School. This is for IL 7951, and that's an internship and personnel development, class one. So we're going to get started. Okay. So just to get started here, you can see we're going to kind of discuss our school profile. Teachers, for Hazel Green High School, we got approximately about 80 teachers. It's probably a little bit more than that now. We kind of grow every year. But I just did approximates because I didn't know the exact number, but approximately about 80 teachers, approximately about 1,500 students. Is actually more than that. You'll see that in the next slide when we get a little more detailed. So what we've been finding is from year to year, we've been having a high retention rate for teachers. Losing teachers from year to year. So every year, I think since we've been here, we've probably had about 16 new teachers every year that we've had to kind of induct in and kind of support and kind of make sure they feel loved and they get enough, from us to want to try to stay for the next year. So this program is about that. It's about supporting the new teachers and acclimating to Hazel Green High School culture, expectations, instructional practices, and then also, of course, keeping first the students' needs. So to look at some subgroups for our school, I pulled this off of our Insights in Power School. Our total school enrollment currently is 1516, okay? And you can see how it's broken down here from females to males. We got more males than females, 754 females, 762 males. I mean, that's still close. They're really close neck and neck. And then based off races, we've got American Indian, Alaskan Native, we have 66 of those. Asian, we have 19. Black African American, we have 450. Hispanic, 18. Multi races is going to be 192. For Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islander, we have 3. White, we have 767. You can see that makes up about 50% of our population. And then we're going to get down into our special kind of categories. We have ELL students. That's going to be, we have 42. And SE is for special education. We have 185 based off this, which is not a true representation because we have some too that are still in the referral process or that are kind of transferring in, and they have not all been read through this Power School yet. Homeless students, we have 19. So that kind of just gives you an idea of what our demographics are, excuse me, and what we're dealing with as far as our populations here at Hazel Green High School. So you can see there's some challenging numbers there. I don't have 504s on here. I should have 504s too, so that you can see that representation as well, because that is also a high number, and that also affects our students. Okay. The next slide, we're going to go into special education. And as you can see from this slide, this is showing us from year to year, kind of the increases from SPED. Now, I don't know. I pulled this out Power School, so that's kind of showing us how accurate it is from year to year, how many students. But you can really see the jumps here from year to year, from 2022 to 23 to 23, 24. And then even from last year up until this year, where we have 185 total now. And so you can just kind of see those differences and those increases and everything, and how that population is continuing to grow. In fact, we were in an AP meeting today, and we were discussing how those numbers are continuing to go up, as well as the 504 numbers and the ELL numbers, and the homeless numbers as well. Okay, so with this, just kind of, this kind of gave you a good picture of what we're dealing with as far as the population here at Hazel Green High School. So to keep teachers, to retain teachers, here are some of the program goals that we have included. Number one is going to be retention and growth. It's going to be about increasing teacher retention with strong support. Ways we're doing that is pairing them with mentor teachers. Also going to be having new to HG meetings where they can meet every month, and also that gives them kind of insight because they kind of feel lost. But these extra meetings kind of give them a place where they can not feel, uh, I guess, embarrassed to talk about things that maybe they don't know. And they probably feel like everybody knows this and they don't know it. And so those meetings kind of give us time to kind of discuss certain things with them. Number two, instructional excellence. Equip teachers with strategies to improve outcomes. Okay. Number three, school culture integration. That's going to be adapting policies, procedures, and community. And four, leadership development. We're going to be providing leadership opportunities for mentors to help these teachers. Okay. So the structure of this plan that we were talking about, this induction plan, we're going to take a mentor assignment. We're going to pair that mentor with that new teacher. Now that's going to be based off department. And that is the best way to do it, just because that way those teachers that are already in that department, that are veteran teachers, are stronger teachers, pair them with the new teachers. Hopefully they can learn from them and they can learn those good instructional practices. Okay, we're going to do a mentor training, summer workshop on coaching and feedback. That will be during the summer to make sure that the mentors know what they're doing and that they understand how they need to be mentoring the new teachers and what all we're looking for them to be instilling into our new teachers. Okay, we're going to have meetings, weekly, informal, monthly, informal check-ins. That's like what I was talking about before, the new to HG meetings, as well as PLC meetings and other meetings, as well to kind of make sure they're inducted and they know what they're doing. Administrative support. That's going to be from the APs and the department chairs and coaches, led by that monthly PD. Okay, so there's a lot of different professional development opportunities for them to be able to participate in order for them to learn and to grow and to feel secure and to feel supported. So the proposal that I done and submitted I did a monthly timeline. Okay. So, and we can just kind of go through this real briefly, but you can see that every month had something to do. Um, if it's a new teacher and we actually have them hired before or, by May, we could start in July and do like a little brief orientation to start things off, just to kind of get them interested and kind of understanding what we want. August would be foundations. September we would have some strategies. October, these are different topics for that month that we will focus on. Management. November, assessment. December, reflection. That's like them looking at themselves and trying to figure out how are they getting better, what have they done, what can they work on. January would be technology, trying to implement those technology, into the classroom as best as possible to make sure that they are doing that, because that's one of the things that we do look for on those teacher observations. February would be inclusion. That would be focused on our special populations like special education, 504s, and ELLs. We'd have a special PD just for that, for them to be able to look at and try to gain insight on that. March would be partnerships. Okay. April, growth, and that's their own growth. And then May would be our celebration because you made it through the year. Congratulations. And so just things that we could look through from month to month. Our evaluation and accountability is going to be the next slide. And the way we would do this with our mentors, we would expect them to do mentor logs and monthly notes that we could check in on to make sure that those mentors are doing what they're supposed to do, and also they're keeping up with their new teacher. New teacher feedback, quarterly surveys. I feel like the quarterly surveys would be a good idea just to make sure that the new teachers are feeling supported and that they feel like they know what they're doing. They feel confident. We want them to feel empowered that they can teach the class and know what they're doing. student data, compare progress to our school averages. So the best way we could do that is to take whatever the new teacher's data is based off those classes and those students, compare that to one of our veteran teachers or their mentor teacher to try to see if that's about the same and then how that's comparing with the school averages and then the standards for that are set for the school. And then our retention data. And we'll just track that annually to see if what we are doing is working and being successful. And this is just kind of a brief overview of all these things. Obviously, I could go into this more and more, but I need to do a quick video to kind of summarize what we were doing. Okay. And then resources needed to be able to do this. We have to have stipends for these mentors, and a lot of that's provided by the district. So we do have that. It would be great if we could provide a little something extra, though, that would give those mentors more incentive to want to be mentors for new teachers. We would have to do a budget for orientation, for those professional developments, and for those celebrations, which I feel like are big. I feel like we've done better as far as celebrating our teachers within the last few years. Sub coverage during for the peer observations. So when those new teachers observe their mentor teachers, we need to provide some sub coverage for, and then just materials would be handbooks, guides, and journals. So that is my summary of my proposal. And does anybody have any questions? Okay, good. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And I appreciate your time, and I hope y'all have a wonderful night.